Okay, time to jump back into La Vuelta 2027. Honestly, we had a pretty fantastic start to this Vuelta, winning stage 2 with Zak Ertzen, and stage 5, a brutal echelon stage with Lorenzo Finn. After the first week, Skjelmose is leading the race by 47 seconds on Jorgensen and a minute on our man, Lorenzo Finn. And mostly because of that echelon stage, Juan Ayuso, the favorite for the race, is on 4 minutes and 16 seconds. So far, everything is going really well. But of course, there's still 14 stages to come in this Vuelta, including proper mountain days like Alto de Velefique and Pico Villuercas. And those are on today's menu. But first, it's time for stage 8, which is once again a sprint stage, or should we say an echelon stage, because an exposed wind zone section at the start and at the finish line. Our sprinter, Zak Ertzen, was pretty fantastic in the first echelon stage during week 1, so I think we can win this stage. But of course, if I see any opportunity for Lorenzo Finn to take time on Ayuso again, I'll take it. Just like last time, the echelon segment starts at the start of the stage, so I gotta get all my riders directly to the front of the peloton, but I also kind of don't expect much to happen in such a short echelon segment. Actually, the peloton is properly lined out, but where are you going if you split the peloton here? After this, there's so many kilometers without echelons that it's obviously gonna come back together. Anyway, the echelon segment is done for and the peloton is still in one big piece, so nothing happened. I'm sorry, but Hector Alvarez just crashed and Finn was in the wheel, so for some reason he's now waiting on Alvarez, who is literally on the ground just before the echelon segment starts, so we're in Narnia with Finn because of the crash of a domestique. That is insane. There we go. Come on, boys. We are spending energy, but we had to move back up. There we go. Finn is back at the front. Ertzen is a bit behind still, but we're closing the gap as well. Anyway, 40k to go in the echelon segment and in a good position. 25 kph, as you can see on the left bottom in terms of wind, so pretty solid, and a split has occurred, so echelons are cooking up. Top 10 rider NGC Sharkman is dropping. Graat is also in trouble. Van Wilder not looking too fantastic either, but we've got ourselves on the right side of the road kind of pulling. Oh snap, UAE is in trouble. Jorgensen off the back, Ayuso as well, but they're closing the gap as we speak. I'm gonna keep pushing on. 95 at the front. I want to put Ayuso and Jorgensen in trouble. They're very much out of position, so let's use it. But the wind has come down to 16 kph and Ayuso and Jorgensen are both moving up, so I'm less confident that I can do it now. That said, Javier Romo in 5th place in GC is still a minute behind and pacing by himself, so he's losing time, but the other GC riders here, I think they're fine, to be honest. We're gonna try and win the stage with Ertzen, I guess. Last 3 kilometers, Romeo on 99. Watson is ready to lead out on 99 as well right now. There he comes on the right side of the road. He will wait to sprint as long as possible right now. Ertzen in a perfect wheel. Van Poppel here as well. There goes Ertzen right now in the last kilometer. Van Poppel tried to come by on the right side, but Finn might actually podium this sprint, which, that is crazy. Ertzen wins and Lorenzo Finn takes bonus seconds! Haha! That is a 2nd stage win for Zak Ertzen in this race and a 3rd stage win for our team. Look at our man. Just a season ago, we barely considered him a decent sprinter in this playthrough, but now he's won 2 Vuelta stages. That is insane. And Lorenzo Finn takes 4 bonus seconds in GC, moving up, well, not in positions, but in terms of seconds, from a minute 4 down to a minute down. Finishing 1st and 3rd on this sprint stage, that's a pretty good start to today's episode. By the way, today's video is sponsored by NordVPN. As a cycling fan, it's becoming harder by the day to find a live broadcast for every race, especially when some might not even be available in your country. NordVPN helps you protect your online privacy by masking your IP address, pretending to be somewhere else, for example, in a different country. Without diving into too much detail, a VPN can be a very powerful tool for a cycling fan. Anyway, if you want to try NordVPN, you can get 70% off a 2-year subscription or 55% on a 1-year subscription through the link below. Anyway, time for stage 9, which I think is the first proper mountain stage in this entire Vuelta. Sure, we've had medium mountain stages and a mountaintop finish on day 3 on Pico Blanco, but Alto de Velefique, that's a proper climb. The favorite is Antonio Tiberi, the cat killer. We've got ourselves on 78 mountains, so slightly worse than our medium mountain. But on this stage, I am going to restrict myself from going in the breakaway. I'll focus on Finn from the peloton and see where I finish. And let's hope I finish pretty high. Okie dokie, starting off with a +1 on Lorenzo Fin, so 80 mountain on the day. That's a pretty solid start. A bunch of riders already attacking, but I'm okay with that. Well, actually, that's quite a lot of riders trying to go in the breakaway, like almost 30, to the point that I'm not sure I want the breakaway of 30 riders. Okay, the break is not 30 but 20 riders, still a pretty big group, so I'm regretting not being in it, but the closest rider is Thomas Guillermo Silva, ironically with only 70 mountains, so I'm not that scared of him. So, Javier Serrano, let me try to explain how draft works. If you ride in the wheel of someone, then you benefit, because you don't have as much wind resistance against you. Ride in the wheel of someone, please! The first climb of the day is starting, and the break already has 6 minutes 30 on the peloton led by Little Trek, so it's putting pressure on that team, but they're also not really pacing. And after that first climb, the gap is up to 9 minutes, but now Little Trek is pacing a bit harder, so the gap is coming down a little bit. I love how when the peloton splits on a climb, that second peloton just blatantly gives up. They're gone, out of the race. Anyway, we're in the first peloton, so that's good. Coming to the top of the second climb of the day, the biggest climb of the day, the break is down to 13 riders, and one by one they are dropping, including Silva now, but the peloton is on 7 minutes and 20 seconds now, so we're a bit closer, but Trek kinda looks a bit done for. Counting our losses in the descent, we are with 4 people in the peloton now, Romeo, Pericas and Arieta, and obviously Finn. We're gonna be fully recovered after the descent before the second last small climb, but the gap to the breakaway, it is massive. It is 10 minutes, so that is kind of scary. In hindsight, I really should have been in this breakaway with the likes of Pericas. Oh, a changing of the guards in the peloton. UAE is starting to pace on the second last climb, so the gap has come down to 7 minutes 30, and I'm saving all my energy for the final climb. Oh shit, Jorgensen has crashed. Matteo Jorgensen is quite a bit behind. He's got his entire team waiting for him. Should I pace? I don't think I will, because I don't want to spend my domestiques pacing in the valley when I might need them on the final climb. Oh my god, I can't believe they made Juan Ayuso wait for Matteo Jorgensen after that crash. That's a crazy decision by the team car of UAE. Anyway, the breakaway is on the final climb, and 2 riders of the front are Michael Leonard and Van Gils, who is on 10 minutes 13 NGC, so probably the closest of this group. We've got Mr. Finn in the peloton still looking pretty good at the moment. It is a 14.6 kilometer, 7% climb, so we gotta make sure we do our own tempo. Visma Lisa bike is now pacing with Gloak, Trek as well with Juan P. Lopez, and I'm just sitting in the middle of the group, and I'll stay there for now. But actually, nothing is happening in the peloton. We've got Berardi just pacing, and I'm looking pretty good, so I think I might try something in the final 5k. But at the front of the race, Michael Leonard has dropped Van Gils and is going to the victory on the stage on Alto de Velefique, but I'm gonna focus on my boy right now. I am pushing with Finn, which I'm actually overextending, so this might not be the smartest thing I can do. Into the last K, and I'm sorry, but Alto de Velefique is turning into a group sprint from the GC riders. That is so incredibly sad. There comes Finn. He's gonna finish together with the likes of Skelmoza and so forth in the peloton group. So a rather disappointing stage where nothing really happened for us. We just lost time to riders in the breakaway. Really? We lost 8 seconds to Skelmoza and Jorgensen? That's kind of sad because I had a bit of red bar left on the finish line. Anyway, potato, this stage was really anticlimactic for GC, and we're still in 3rd place on 1 minute and 8 seconds of Skelmoze. That said, Maxim Van Gils does move up to 7th place, but he's not the best GC rider in the world, so I'm not too scared of him. I do find it funny to see UAE Team Emirates go all in for Jorgensen and neglecting Ayuso, who loses time again. He's now on 3 minutes and 44 seconds of Finn. By the way, a short off-topic rant. I was trying to take a look at the transfers that have happened outside of our team, and this transfer list page shows both the transfers from team to another team, but also the extensions. I wish that I could filter this page solely on transfers, because I care a lot about Lenny Martinez going from Bahrain to Saint Michel. What a crazy transfer, by the way, but I don't really care about Filippo Ganna extending at Ineos, you know? Basically, I want to see the high-profile transfers without the extensions. Ooh, stage 10 is quite an intriguing one with a mostly flat parkour and then a medium mountain in the last 20 kilometers, the Puerto de Almachar. Is this the no balls, no glory Roglic crashes in the descent after attacking stage? Anyway, I think I'll just go all in for Lorenzo Finn. Oh la la, +2 on Finn at the start of the stage, so 81 medium mountain. I like it, but I don't want the breakaway to win, so I hope it's not a big breakaway. Only 7 riders at the moment, so that seems controllable. And to be honest, if necessary, I'll catch the break myself. In the last 30 kilometers as we speak, 2 minutes is the gap right now to the breakaway, so I think they're gonna get caught, but they're pretty solid climbers, so it's not a certainty. My team is well positioned at the front of the peloton, so that is perfection. The fast portion of the climb is starting and the peloton is accelerating without me, so come on Alvarez. Move up on 90. I don't want to go too fast on this fast section, but I don't want to lose too many positions either. On the flat section now in a pretty bad position, so desperately trying to move up. Come on team, move up. But now on the steep section and in an absolutely terrible position, 4K at 9%, so this is not going to happen. If anything, I should try and keep Watson with me, just in case this becomes a group sprint. But one thing is certain, the break is caught, so it's down to the peloton. There comes a move on the right side of the road. Ilan van Wilder together with Roger Adria. Nerurkar can't follow. Gap of 9 seconds, but I can't do anything. I'm too far behind and Finn can't even follow Perikas at the moment. Right there is the top and I'm moving up right on time here, but I'd like to get Watson back in the wheel. I don't think that's gonna happen. He's in Narnia. So it's Arieta, Perikas and Finn that are gonna have to do something here. So let's get a train going. Like, it's mostly downhill and then a flat last 1.5 to 2 kilometers. So I think I'll just go all in right now in sprinting downhill with Perikas and Gigel on him. It's 11K to the finish, so let's keep going. By keeping up the attack, I'm basically making sure that I keep that front position, which I think will be very valuable at the finish, but there's also maybe a small gap here if Gegenhardt can't follow Arieta, so actually, Finn is closing it. Can I stop that? Can I get Finn in the wheel of Gegenhardt instead? Can Perikas and Arieta get away somehow? I don't think it's working, so Finn can go back to the wheel of Arieta right now, last 4.9 kilometers. Watson is moving up, but energy is non-existent, so we keep on moving all out with Perikas. Arieta in the wheel, last 3 kilometers. We're flattening out right now in terms of road, but we've got the riders. Arieta can launch right now. It's too early. It's too early. I think it's too early, but this corner will help. Come on, Finn. Come on, Finn. Come on, Finn. Last kilometer. You've got no sprint, but you're going to try anyway to get bonus seconds. The winner is going to be someone up here. Axel Laurence versus Corbin Strong. It's going to be Laurence taking the win. And we finish in the top 10, but yeah, a bit of a nothing burger. Like, we gotta be honest here, our position on the final climb, it ruined us. So of course we stay in third place in GC on 1 minute and 8 seconds. Oh, stage 11 is a medium mountain stage to Valdepeñas de Jaén. I think Roglic won there in real life, but Juan Ayuso is the favorite. That said, I think UAE will ride for Jorgensen. And I guess we have to go for Lorenzo Finn, but he's not exactly the perfect candidate for a punchy final like this. Okay, the race has begun, +1 on Finn, so that's great. 81 mountain. Immediately some attacks into the breakaway with 11 riders up the road and some decent climbers in there. Michael Leonard, Ryan and Mas. Aye, another 6 riders up the road, so 17 riders in the breakaway now. And in the peloton, Little Trek is not exactly pacing. I feel like I want to try and bridge with Watson and Perikas just in case the break does make it, because I want someone in there, you know? And after a 20-kilometer chase, we are in the breakaway of 19 riders and we're looking pretty good with Perikas, 81 medium mountain and a teammate in here, and 3 minutes to the peloton where Trek is still not pacing. Less than 30 kilometers to go. Watson has been dropped by the break though, so it's Perikas alone against 17 other riders, and the final's actually not that hard, so this won't be easy. Actually, I've gone through every single rider in this breakaway, and Perikas is the closest in GC on just 8 minutes and 20 seconds with a 6-minute gap on the peloton, so we'll be moving up with a second rider into GC, but now the climbing begins. The Puerto de Lucubin, it's not a steep climb though, so I don't think I can do much damage here. That is an attack by Jonas Grego on this climb. I'm following the group as we speak, but there's a gap. 4 riders off the front. I can move up on 88 without spending too much of my red bar. And there comes a second move by Archie Ryan, and he gets a proper gap right now, so I'm not liking that. I am moving myself to the front with 2 kilometers to go on the climb. Should I bridge towards him? I feel like I want to bridge towards him. There goes Perikas right now with a decent attack. There's a downhill after the top, so I think I can afford to do this. I'm dropping people, so let's bridge our way to Archie Ryan. Ay, out of red bar, but 12 seconds is the gap. Do I go 99 or do I pace myself? I think I'll go 90 in the descent. I need to recover somehow. Just about 4k left and the gap is still 13 to 15 seconds. Come on, Pericas. Close the gap. 87, buddy. 87. Archie Ryan is sprinting. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can do it. Last 2 kilometers, the gap is up to 20 seconds, but I've got some red bar. Come on, Pericas. Come on. 93. I won't make it. I simply will not make it. Come on, Pericas. Go. No. We're gonna strand so closely to the front of the race, but Archie Ryan is gonna win in Valdepeñas de Jaén. We finished second and Lorenzo Finn is in the peloton right now. Pretty badly positioned, but I don't think there's gonna be decent gaps. That said, I do want to move up right now because I don't want the risk of losing time. Finn is also going on to the final hill. There goes Skelmose on the left side of the road. I'll go 96 to try and follow. Not all out yet. Wait. There comes the sprint. Skelmose goes with a small gap. I cannot close that. Hopefully someone else can. Come on, Jorgensen. Close the gap for us, but Skelmose might be taking a few seconds, but I'm not sure he will. So a pretty safe stage for GC. But so close for the stage win. Damn it. One day Adria Pericas is gonna win from the breakaway, but it is not this day. A second place it is for our man. But to my surprise, there is actually a gap in the peloton. Skelmose takes 5 seconds on us, so that's a bit sad. Lorenzo Finn is now on 1 minute and 13 seconds in GC, but Pericas is on 3 minutes and 4 seconds, so 2 riders in the top 6 now. And ironically, also 2 riders in the top 2 of the white jersey. So that classification is looking good, but Ayuso only on 3 minutes 44. It's a good thing that UAE is not riding for him. Ooh, stage 12 is a hilly parkour with 2 climbs in the last 40 kilometers, but a flat finish. The favorite is Matthias Skelmose, but this stage could be just a versatile sprint. Then again, the last climb is called the Alto del 14%, so I assume that the max gradient is 14%, which is pretty steep. Anyway, let's do this. So, what is my plan on this one? I actually don't know if I'll go in the break or not. I might as well with 1 rider, you know? So, there goes Alvarez, just in case. A few more riders jumping into the break. Mas Rochas, we've got some more riders in this group as well. Then some more following, so it's becoming a bit larger, the break. In that case, I kind of want the better climber in the breakaway. So, Arieta can join Erdzen and this para guy from Kern Pharma. Wait on Arieta Erdzen. There we go. And let's pace on 95 to the front. And there comes one more attack from the peloton, Marco Frigo. So 14 riders up the road now. Honestly, I did not expect this to be a break stage, but 14 riders might be enough. That said, multiple teams in the peloton are now pacing, Red Bull, Uno-X and Ineos. So the gap is being held at only 2 minutes. With about 60k to go, the first of the 2 climbs is coming. I've got Erdzen pacing 87 at the front of the break, but the gap is going down. 1 minute 30 now, so the break is not looking good. There we go, the Alto de San Geronimo, 13k at 3%. The first half is quite steep though. 1 rider already off the back, the gap is down to 1 minute 20, and Van Poppel is pacing himself now, so that's maybe a little bit of a surprise. Arieta's looking fantastic. The rest of my team is too much to the front of this group, so they're spending too much energy riding in the draft. Erdzen is trying to help out, but he's not exactly pacing, so I might as well use him to protect Arieta with Alvarez in the wheel here. Almost over the top of the first climb here, and Erdzen is still in the group, so hopefully I get him over the top here. There we go, Erdzen made it over the top, going 99 in the descent. The gap is only 1 minute with 33 kilometers to go, so it's not looking good, but I refuse to give up. Pacing 90 as we speak in the valley. Alvarez still looking fantastic as the domestique for Arieta, but I want to try to win this stage. Erdzen is about to be done. There comes Alvarez now, so we're taking over. Thank you very much, Erdzen. Fantastic day from you. Arieta in the wheel. Come on, Alvarez. Push. Meanwhile, in the peloton, Finn is in a good position. Let's move him up a little bit more. Watson in the wheel as potential sprinter if the breakaway gets caught. Almost at the steep section of the Alto del 14%. I assume it's 14%. Alvarez is dropping as we speak. Mr. Arieta, only 45 seconds left now on the peloton, where Javier Peña, I think is his name, is pacing for Ineos. Enric Mas is pushing on that 14% segment over the top pretty soon here. Group of 6 riders right now, but the peloton is so incredibly close. I don't think that we're gonna make it. I don't think this break is gonna make it, especially because of the flat section in the final few kilometers, but What if I attack right now with Arieta in this breakaway in the downhill? That's kind of my plan. In the meanwhile, I am positioning myself in the peloton on 90 to get a bit more to the front. Oh snap, Para is not following the attack of Arieta, so we've got a gap of 14 seconds up the road. That is pretty fantastic, and the gap is expanding a little bit to 20 seconds. Our man is absolutely flying. Gap is up to 33 seconds now. I'm gonna switch towards pacing 85, 87 or something on the flat section. 40 seconds now. We've got Mas right here is hard pacing in the peloton. Finn and Pericas, we shouldn't be pacing this hard. We should be making sure that we don't catch our man. So let's get in the wheel of Garcia Cortina with our train. I think that's the plan here. Is that possible? Let's do it. No, it's not possible. So let's just maintain position. It's 40 seconds. I think I've got it. I think I might have it, but I want to be sure. So let's make sure we stay in position relatively with our train here. Let's put Lorenzo Finn on 99. Pericas can stop. Let's make sure we don't take front position. And I think we're going to make it. I think he's going to make it, boys. I think he's gonna make it. Arieta's gonna start sprinting with 2 kilometers to go in the peloton. I might as well start my sprint because we're not getting caught. There we go, everybody sprint, but the winner of the stage is gonna come from the breakaway, and it's our man. Look at him, Igor Arieta. Gotta say, I was craving a stage win from the breakaway, and this one was pretty damn cool. Our man on the podium, but Skjelmose takes second place, so once again bonus seconds for the Dane. Which means Finn is now on 1:19 to Skjelmose and Pericas on 3:10, but still third and sixth. Shockingly, that is our 4th stage win at this Vuelta. 2 from Erzen in sprints, Finn in the echelon stage, and Arieta from the breakaway. And the cool thing about this stage, usually when there's a breakaway victory, the peloton's miles behind, but in this case, it really was close in the final. But 4 stage wins after 12 days is insane for this team at this Vuelta. That is stunning. Anyway, time for a calmer stage, a sprint stage, completely flat, no echelons on day 13. Erzen has won 2 of those, so I'm feeling a potential third win for him. An unofficial hat-trick. But of course, we gotta beat Danny van Poppel first. Okay, this time we're staying in the peloton. Erzen is our man with a +1 on the day, so 77 sprint stat. That's pretty good. Today's breakaway is literally just 2 riders, Bergmus and Maurice, so I'm not too worried about that. It's gonna be a sprint. But it looks like the last 1.5k is kind of uphill and the last sprint is downhill. I gotta try and keep that in mind. So, my train is on the right side of the road, kind of chaotically. Finn is trying to follow Van Poppel's wheel, Pericas in the wheel of Ethan Vernon. I've got myself pushing now on 91, but where's the rest of my train? Oh god, Erzen, Watson, move up. Come on guys, this is not a Belgian kermesse, this is a Grand Tour stage. Romeo is next to move up Energy Shell on everybody. Come on Watson, we gotta find a way through. Alvarez needs to sprint early, I think, to make sure we can pass the other leadouts. Last 3 kilometers, Romeo is done for. Alvarez goes past right now. Let's go right now. Is that smart? I don't know, but back to 99, back to sprinting. Watson is ready right now to launch. We've got Erzen in the wheel with a perfect lead out. Perfect lead out. There goes Erzen, but not enough energy, I think. The rest will come around. Van Poppel's gonna win, or Vernon on the right side of the road. We've got a Van Poppel victory, and Pericas and Finn finish in this fast group of 18 riders. Come on, Finn, come on, Finn, come on, Finn. Don't be on a gap, but a gap behind us, in front of Ayuso and Tiberi. That was far from the best sprint stage we've had in this race. With a pretty somber 7th place for Zak Erzen, because, well, we ran out of energy. And actually, no gap behind Lorenzo Finn, so come on, guys. Hashtag bring back gaps. Anyway, still 3rd and 6th place in GC. Okay, time for the final stage of today's episode. A mountain finish on Pico Villuercas, with this climb being quite steep, the Ballesteros climb, but I don't think it will matter too much. That said, I was not expecting Juan Guillermo Martinez from Picnic to be the favorite here, ahead of Tiberi, August, and so forth. As always, my man for this is gonna be Lorenzo Finn. We gotta try and do our best for GC, and hopefully we take some time back today. And I might try to send Andrea Pericas into the breakaway just to put pressure on the other GC teams. Anyway, it's time to cook these frauds. Okay, +1 on Finn, +2 on Pericas, so that's looking fantastic. I kind of want to go in the breakaway with Pericas to put pressure on the other GC teams, so Alvarez is moving up with Pericas, moving to his wheel. We've got some more attacks already on the left side of the road. Let's let those guys move up. That's fine. And this is a straight road, so I think this might be... Actually, it's downhill, so I'll wait a bit. This road is better, so there comes the attack right now by Alvarez with Pericas in the wheel. Let's bridge towards the front. But there's a couple teams here that are pacing because they're not in the breakaway. Curry and Sepa here, so what if I make a move on the left side of the road just to trigger other riders to jump in the break with me? There we go with Edson, and we've got a bunch of riders following, but Trek is not liking that, but there is a gap, so let's keep pushing. But the two teams that missed that second attack are once again Lotto and Ken Pharma, so whatever I did not help the pacing. Now, I think I'll try that again on the right side of the road, and now these teams are gonna be in my wheel. Come on, guys. Come on, champion. Come on, boys. Get to my wheel. There we go. Into the attack with those three teams, so they won't be chasing anymore. But the attacks with Lotto, Ken Pharma, and my two boys Watson and Arietta have been caught by Trek, so Trek is now pacing, but it's a slower pace, so this is fine. 50-man breakaway up the road, 1:45, and 3 riders from our team. We're slowly but surely coming to the first climb of the day, and Pericas is on 3 minutes in GC with a gap of 5 minutes on the peloton, so Pericas is virtually in the red jersey right now. Okay, the road is going uphill, the Puerto Berzocana, 6.5 kilometers at 7%, not the steepest climb in the world, but the next one is very steep. Not entirely surprising, but Edson is dropping off the back of this breakaway, and the gap from the break to the peloton is dropping to 4 minutes, so I'm not overly confident in this breakaway. Alvarez is struggling to follow as well, but many riders in the breakaway are. Pericas is setting his own tempo. Only 4 riders up front right now, but I'll be able to catch up pretty soon, I think. There we go, past August in 4th position over the top, and let's close them down without spending too much energy. Pericas is back in the front group, and Alvarez is in the second group in the wheel of August, waiting for August to bring him back, so we're covering some yellow. I wish I dared to attack in the peloton with Finn here, because a long descent after the steep climb, then a valley with 2 domestiques up the road, who, to be honest, the gap is only 2:45 now on the peloton, so it might not be a bad idea. Lorenzo Finn is moving up in the peloton with the attack right now. Arietta and Romeo in the wheel. There we go. On 85, we've got a gap on the peloton. Yes, indeed, but Romeo is not in the wheel because he's literally in Narnia. I've got Arietta with me, which is nice. I'm about to catch up with Alvarez. Why am I doing this? This is gonna backfire so badly, but it is so much fun, and I've been caught, so it literally went nowhere. The only thing I did was catch some time back on the breakaway. That said, after my move, no one is pacing in the peloton, so maybe the gap has just expanded again to 3 minutes because of that attack of Finn. Actually, I decided to wait with Pericas on the peloton because I don't believe in the breakaway anymore, so I might as well focus on Lorenzo Finn. Oh shit, crash by Pericas. Pericas is down, so we've got 2 people in his wheel, I think, so don't wait on... Should I wait on Pericas? Our man is 3 minutes down in GC, but Finn is our priority, so I don't think I should wait. Pericas is back up and is actually not too far behind, so I'll drop back Alvarez. Not too many riders though, only Alvarez, to try and get him back in the peloton. Anyway, the last climb is about to begin. Finn is in a good position, 2 teammates, Arietta and Serrano, and a half-dead Watson. Pericas is not coming back. That gap is too big. So I guess let's focus on our man Lorenzo Finn. 16 kilometers, 6%, so a pretty long climb. Gotta do my own tempo a bit. 9k to go, roughly at the halfway point of the climb, and our energy is looking pretty fantastic right now. UAE pacing, but not too hard. Serrano is done for, so Arietta is my last domestique in this group, which, that's fine. Finn is still looking pretty good with 6k to go. But now a flatter section is coming, so let's stay in the draft right here. There comes, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, I'm getting gapped. Get to the back of the group, buddy. That is good. And now to the front of the group, Finn. Come on. Effort cursor 85. Arietta is getting dropped. The peloton is down to 20 riders. UAE pacing on the right side of the road. I need to go 87, something like that. Energy Gel, probably too late. Skelmoza in front of us. Let's follow him. But there is a gap on the road. Jorgensen has a gap on Ciccone, who has a gap on our group here with Finn. So we're still looking okay though with 1 kilometer to go, but I'm hoping to podium the stage, and I think that might be possible. Jorgensen is winning the stage, but there comes Finn for 2nd place. Come on, buddy. Sprint, boys, sprint. I think we will do it. I think we will do it. Will we take some time? I'm not sure, but we've at least got 2nd place. Gotta say, Adria Perikas being a threat in the top 10 of GC was not too long-lived because, well, he crashed before the final climb and is losing 5 to 6 minutes. That said, finishing second place is so close to winning, even though it's 19 seconds that I kind of wanted to win that, you know, but we do take 3 seconds on the Skjelmose group, plus bonus seconds. After 14 stages, Skjelmose is still in red by 26 seconds on Jorgensen, but we are now on 1 minute 10, so a bit closer. Honestly, if we try to go for KOM, it is possible for Adria Perikas to win this, but I also don't want to spread myself too thin by focusing on too many objectives, you know? But a very good thing, Lorenzo Finn is now 5 minutes and 26 seconds on Ayuso in the white jersey, so that classification's looking pretty good. There is one thing we do need to keep in mind. We're now in 3rd place on a minute 10, but that's only 55 seconds on Ilan van Welder, who can time trial. And sure, in the 3rd week there's monstrous stages like Gamoniteru, but also a 32-kilometer time trial, so that's not in our favor. That said, I am fascinated by the idea of attacking on the second last climb on stage 15, but that's not for today. Because the podium is so close together, we've got 2 options in the next episode. Either ride really defensively and try to secure the podium, or we go ham and try to win La Vuelta. And I gotta be honest, I like the second idea more. Anyway, that's the end of today's episode. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Goodbye.